Welcome friends to another video, and today I'm going to talk about the house of Lanvin, and I'm going to talk about a fragrance that's very well known from this house called Eclat d'Arpège Pouron. There is also a feminine variant of this fragrance, but we are talking about this one. I also have a sample of the female version, but next week I'm gonna have a full bottle of this one because my wife discovered my sample and she immediately fell in love with the female version of Eclat d'Arpège. And to be honest with you, I also like a lot more the female version compared to the male version. I'm gonna say it right from the beginning, I'm quite disappointed with the male version, not in terms of the scent itself, but in terms of performance, longevity and projection. This one came to the market in 2015 and the nose behind is Sonia Constant. It proposes a very interesting composition, and we have the following notes in Eclat d'Arpège Pouron. In the top notes we get bergamot, lime and mandarin. In the hard notes we have violet leaves, rosemary and jasmine, and in the base notes we get cedar, sandalwood, musk and ambrofix molecule, or better known in the fragrance world as ambroxan. So, very interesting composition. The scent is really great. It really smells great. It's clean, it's fresh, but at the same time it's quite elegant, mainly due to the woody accords found in this one. But as I said in the beginning of this video, my main gripe is the performance of Eclat d'Arpège Pouron. With the female version on my skin I get 18 plus hours of longevity with very good projection. With the male version I get 6 to 8 hours at most of longevity with moderate projection. For the first 2 hours it projects well, then it projects moderate at best for a couple of hours, and very weak for half an hour, maybe an hour, and then you're gonna get whiffs throughout the wearing. So it's very poor compared to the female version. The main accord in this fragrance is the mandarin note, at least on my skin, just as it is the case with the female version. And the mandarin note is very zesty. It's very gourmand, if you want. It's a note very well done that combines very well with the lime and the bergamot. A very sparkling, I would say, lime and bergamot. Afterwards, you get a floral bouquet in the hard notes made out of violet leaves, which is the dominant note in the heart for me, combined with some very bright, very clean jasmine, and with a very interesting and beautiful note of rosemary, which comes and energizes the whole composition, and it takes it to another level. The fragrance becomes from fresh fruity in the opening to, let's say, spicy floral in the heart, and afterwards comes the woody elements, sandalwood with cedar, which give it a very manly character. But unfortunately we have quite a big infusion of white musk and ambroxan, and because I don't like ambroxan in fragrances, it kind of ruins the experience for me. Not so much because it's not that overly present in this one, but the musk note comes into the combination and manages to make it, at least in the base, too airy for my taste. So it loses from the character, it loses from the performance. The scent itself is really nice. I find this scent great for spring, fall and summer nights especially. It's very versatile in terms of, let's say, clothing options. You can wear it casually, business casually, formally, to, let's say, more important events in your life. But you can also wear it if you are a younger or a more mature type of consumer. The only, let's say, thing that you need to take into account is if you really love jasmine or floral notes in this fragrance, because jasmine comes, gives it with the violet leaves, the clean aspect, but at the same time it tends to sweeten a bit up the whole composition. So beware of this. You may like it. It simply depends on your skin's chemistry. On my skin, the dominant note is, as I said, mandarin combined with violet leaves and with the woody elements. Unfortunately, I'm a bit disappointed by the performance. I was expecting a lot more, especially because I got the female variant sample previously to acquiring the man sample, and I was quite spoiled with the performance and the scent of the female variant. If you want to make a comparison, I would say it's basically the same situation between Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue for her and Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue for him. Basically it's the same scenario, where the female variant is better than the male one, although in my opinion I do consider the male variant of D&G Light Blue to be better than the female variant. But that's personal opinion and choice. Good fragrance for the money, especially because it's not very expensive. You're gonna pay for a 100 ml bottle somewhere around 35 euros, if I'm not mistaken. So in my book, it's a great acquisition if you want to add it to your, let's say, collection. But at the same time, I would highly recommend that you look at Lanvin L'Homme Sport, for example, if you want a very good fragrance from the house of Lanvin, which is even cheaper than this one. So, as always, give it a try, test it out. If you have the opportunity, you may like it, you may love it, and it may actually perform a lot better on your skin than on my skin. So, in the end, it's your choice how you spend your money. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one. As always, my friends, be safe. See you.